I don't tell people a representation is the voice of the people. We are on three main elements as a National Assembly member. One, you legislate laws. The laws that you legislate, you'll be there, you will not be there, but these are first that you want them to guide people. Then the other part, you are a representative of the people. And now, as I'm in council, whatever happens in council, either this world or the next world, I'll be accountable. And have you ever visited the hospital to see what they are facing? Have you ever talked for their trials? Have you ever visited X-Y? So these are issues that I think, I would tell people, when I leave Parliament, whoever comes as a parliamentarian, you either follow the footsteps or people caricature. We are here to build a foundation that will make sure the representation is not only going to Parliament and talking, but you have to feed your people, take their views, and now give out. So this is one of the core things that I said. Yearly in and out, I will also be timing myself. I wanted to come earlier, but we had this petroleum saga that we are also part of the committee. We've been given a 90 days to investigate this petroleum oil. So when we start on that, even weekends we do go. So these are the issues that I think I said. We'll be starting our session on Friday coming. And I said I'll see this opportunity to go to see them and also visit their areas of concern. And again, also even the project. We will inform about the project, and we also want to assess how progressive. So if there are challenges that are facing, if I'm informed, I'll just call the minister. If I call and don't get there, I'll go to his office and say, these are my challenges, these are my issues, these are the things that the hospital is facing. And that is the order of the day that we could do to make sure service delivery has reached our people. And these are all issues that, as I've said, will bring change. The other thing that I've also talked to the CEO about a doctor who has completed wanted to come and post it. I had to call him and this guy said he wants, with the facilitation of CEO, it becomes an issue. Because I told him you are from Phony, work for Phony. So these are all issues that as time goes on, we'll be having people because of what the infrastructure development. And if areas are not conducive, nobody will come to the area that is not conducive. Hey, you know what, in as much I live in Phony, I'm not. It's just like the teaching field. As you have said, it's important. Teachers all the way from Bolibanda, you don't have anywhere to stay. And my nephew, the Cerebules, they're not like to host you. They will say, no, stay apart. So if you have your area where you can stay, it will also be comfortable. Rental free, accommodation free. These are issues that will also be part of it to make sure you do so. So the other part that we also, I would also want to go around the area that the project has also said, and some of your maternal, how to call it, your labels or the key areas that we think we'll be able to visit to see, and we'll be able to at least do the advocacy part of it. Because last year when we came around, we had to see where the women normally get their antenatal also. It was a good carpet. I told the minister, I said, go and see. I said, sometimes the women usually prefer to see the room. Now, nurses in that particular tiny room, just a staircase. So these are all issues that, as we see, we'll be able to voice out. Some of them, they have a challenge. I told you, when you last visited, he said, yes, I last visited the place. Well, it's difficult. Sometimes with all the overhead issues that are going. Health is expensive. It's very, very expensive. And the government cannot do it alone. In terms of it. These are facts. And what we have said, last week, we were also talking about the issue of RBF. Changing to insurance. This is what we are battling with the ministry. We are saying, yes, RBF insurance. And they went for a study tour, they are coming with issues. We'll see over. But we've also had, as little as we are, we've also got some ideas. We need to be able to work. And if it works, those same benefits will also be available to people. These are balancing games that are there. But it will only be of good if we also have from the people that are on the ground. And they also be able to say, yes, and this is what we think this way, we think that way. So if, for example, if I become dictatorial and say, yes, no more RBF insurance must face, when the people, I told them, as today, whatever law that we enact in Parliament, it is the same de facto, or whatever affects will come back to us. Because, for example, today, about 10 to 15,000 or 20,000 people phone cancer. I go and pass a law that is detrimental to them. As they are living, tomorrow they'll point on me. That's why, as my effort, tomorrow I'm also going, big meeting with my constituents about the constitution, because I want to take a stand on my own. So this is also to see how best. And if this hospital is live and running, I can tell you, I went on Denmark. We've been complaining. You go to Denmark, you will even be, if for example you have malaria, simple disease, you even say no, harama den man, you know, because the problem, the demand, and equipment for healthcare is expensive. You know, for us, I think you people are in the right footing and you're doing great, CEO. So that's my purpose of visit today, is to make familiarization to the facility and some of your key areas. And again, also, if you could have some of your budget that you have said, because sometimes also some of these ministers say we haven't seen it. And now imagine if your budget is about 10 million for this year, you're only giving 300,000. 351 something thousand monthly. Now, the food alone, we discussed that, food alone for basic. And as I said, $100. Sometimes I'm telling people, but you hold and say, go to police if you don't pay the hospital. You know, these are challenges that are there, but people also need to be oriented and sensitized. And again, also, we should sift. We should be ready to make a shift in the healthcare system. If not, it's a challenge. For example, now, look at the structure. If this structure is about 2 million or 10 million within the structure, how about if you use that 10 million and part this place? Use another one, you'll be able to decongest and serve purposes. You know, so empty buildings cannot even do the medical care system. It's about the personnel. And also, not only that, the training. We also part of education and ICT committee. Last week we discussed with UT that we need to revive nursing schools. And we have a lot of private nursing schools that are coming up. And our government ones are not in line. What is the challenge? What went wrong? What can we do to improve them? So if we have more nurses than they are trained, it will be able to help. You see people walking, they say, I think I will move away this. These are tries. Some of you have been working for years. It's not the pleasure of the job, but you also ready to, is it, I don't know, is it, how do you say nursing syndrome? Is it train or serve whatever, I don't know how you call it. Nursing motto.
No, the planes, the nursing
planes.
No, those are Gambia college. Enter the land ready to serve. Enter the land ready to serve.
Exactly. So, ideally, these are all that are very important. So, I am very pleased, definitely. And so far I'm alive, and I'm still the representative for ICANN. This will be a routine, you know, to avail myself. And it will help. If I told them, I don't need to go and be talking in National Assembly. I mean, I don't even know how much is Buyam catered, how much are there, what are the challenges, what are there. You know, so sometimes it becomes very funny. But if you go and see for yourself, you'll be able to. So when I came and saw here, the minister said, no, I said, wait, look at this. Pictures. So when he saw, he knew, and I also saw in the picture that I was also starting point. I said, this is me, and I am to do this daily. And either secretly or whatever, we do communicate with them. Sometimes you have to tell them, say, we are here. So this is what we can do for people. Sometimes we may not even need to go to the parliament and be talking, but we can also go and see them, discuss, and find solutions to some of these problems. So that's the only way that we can do as a representative. And I think it's very, very, very
happy to also, like when you were here the last time, the situations that we've all been crying for, there are steps now being taken, and we are hopeful that most of the infrastructural issues that have been happening will be ameliorated very soon. Project, the job has started, almost the new constructions are almost up. The renovations were supposed to start, but because of the rain, we could not start the renovation. But that one also yesterday, we were able to give them some of the facilities to start, because hospital, to renovate it is not easy, because some have to go, what does this thing? So it may take a little bit of time. So we are starting with the major theater. This project, now the major theater will now become functional. You know that, like we say, most of the issues that have been happening here before in terms of emergency care would be now be able to be, can now be taken care of here, because we have the infrastructure now. So the maternity also, nothing has been done so far, but then in the coming months, all these things will be maybe when you come back here again, this will be a complete different ball game. So we're hopeful that now he said, you know, go when you go more as a Kenya, more like who can go we are not complaining because currently now there is the project has been signed and the work is in progress. We also want to also convey that to the minister. We're also happy now. Things will improve. The consultants, I know from here today, when you see him, you can also tell him, still I'm content and follow. But then now the problem will be, now we need budget to keep the place running. But it's always important, when you press people, when they do what is needed, you also go back to them and still there's been progress, and then we hope once we do that, we are all in this together. Honorable, you also have a very important role to play. The role is not, projects are to be monitored. The projects have to serve the interests of the people. There's a lot of money spent on this project, very close to 300 billion. We want to see nothing, we don't want to settle with anything less. We want to get the best out of it. We never know when this such opportunity will ever come here again. So once we have it, we want to make sure that I always even told the project people that the National Assembly member is coming here today. And also even the select committee, I also heard them talking about it. They also want to come and visit the project because they want to hear, they want to see what is being expressed to them. You know what I mean? So it is important that we are all, in it together. We don't know, maybe some of us might not even be part of the inauguration, either our life or death, you know what I mean? So it's important, but whatever we live here, it should be a heritage, it should be a remembrance, because tomorrow they will say, you were the one who was there. You know what I mean? We were the ones who were there. So it is very important that we all play a very important role in this, so that we get the best out of this. You know what I mean? So even today, this afternoon, we had the meeting with the consultants and the like. Every 2 months we meet to look at the progress, you know what I mean, as to what, you know what I mean. And then, to be honest with you, our contractor, these are very serious people. And I'm very happy to have those contractors as these hospitals contractors, because they have the manpower, they have the equipment, and they also have the finance. So that is why this project is really moving in the direction in which, and they've been very cooperative. So we're hopeful, we told them clearly, this is for all of us, the contractor, the consultant, the World Bank, we are all going to be, tomorrow we are all going to benefit. You know what I mean? It's going to be attached to each and every one of us. You know what I mean? You were part of the advocacy. When the now comes, we want to also see when we all will meet here and inaugurate and look at now, we can say better late than never. For you, we were late to have the opportunity, but at least now that we have it, because that's why I said 5 National Assembly members, because their hospital is cross-cutting. All of them, their people come here. So this is why I always want to, next time when we come in here, I want all of us to be here. It's important. Sometimes they may not. Last time I spoke at the National Assembly, Ami was there. She was even crying because I brought out the issues. She was even crying and look at herself. She said she was guilty. In fact, she told me that I was just from the hospital 2 days ago. I saw it myself. I could have been the one to report this thing here. You know what I mean? So that is why Badem Boy, so I met Badem Boy yesterday, the other day, and the other one here, Bakari. You know what I mean? We spoke about this thing. So once we put our voices together, anywhere you people hit the table, it will happen. You know. On that note, I think we can now go down.
He's our chairman. Maybe we can introduce him.
Okay. Oh, he came late. Yes, I was wondering. Okay.
I think it's not the first time I'm meeting you.
Yeah.
And I'm also very happy to be part of the team that accompanied our Honorable National Assembly member. And this is what we call consultative leadership. If you are representing the people, not all the time, but most of the time, you should hear from them. And gone are those days that we used to have the top-bottom approach. It has to be bottom-top approach. So I don't want to take most of your time. but I think we have done the right thing. I'm not expressing myself, but the people sitting before you were the people who recommended you to be the National Assembly member of Foyi Council. So, as the saying goes, wherever we stand, we do raise up our heads high to say we have done this for Council. And we never regretted him being representing us. So I thank you very much for your kind attention. And I wish this will be continued. It is I hope it is the start. Yes. For me, this is the rare opportunity that I attended, but many a time. You know, I want to buttress one thing that this man was talking about somehow. Although I wanted to end my statement. It is a life testimony. There was a doctor who was here called Lucas. He was a close friend of mine. Many forgot me, but we used to meet because I was one time the accountant of Singola.
I'll never forget.
So actually, I had a discussion with him one day, and he said, "My brother, I have to go." And I told him why. He said, "Well, I'm not well accommodated here." So now the infrastructure has come to play. Because I knew if he had got the accommodation he wanted, although he was moved here politically, but he had never wanted to go. So when we have such an infrastructure in place, then I think we are moving in the right direction. So just as I said, I just want to take much of your time, but I thank you. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So that's the kitchen now.
Okay.
Yes. So we have this one. Yes. So we have the chimney, so we can now, this is now very civilized. I think we show but again, too far for now, some nice cookers. This is one window where we were before. So we have this one side. Food store. So we put It's now, the facilities now, and then
CEO, she's here. We need to control her.
morning. I'm taking it. I'm just taking the room. Yeah.
Okay, welcome.
Put the plant.
How are you?
Sorry. Yeah. Just want to show him what is going to be. I can go ahead.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, Honorable, this is how it's going to look like. This is the administrative building. That's where we are from.
Okay.
So after works, this is how it will look like. That's the other side of it. This is the back, the northern part.
So many, some of those areas will all be renovated.
All every other place. So these are the schedules of the doors, the window schedules. This is the lab, inside the lab. If you're going into the lab,
Okay.
that's how it is now.
Yes, yes.
This is how it will look at the end of the day. This some of them will have some adjustments in terms of expansions and the like. This is all about that one. And this is how it will look like. This is the lab area. These are the schedules of the doors and the windows. So when the architecturally, this one is the, how do you call it? This is the maternity. The maternity area. Yeah, the X-ray, the maternity, the eye, they're all under here. So this is how it will, this will be the 3D for that area. The X-ray, or this the interior.
The interior.
Yeah, the office space is on the line. This one is the theater. isn't it?
Yes, showing
This is-
some of the changes.
Yeah, this is the main theater up now. All these
Okay, we
that
have a
you see-
sound mess now.
Yeah, all these red that you see are all the walls that are going to be broke.
Okay.
That are going to be. These are the existing.
As far as to increase.
Yes, to increase. We're going to have 2 theaters there. There is 1 theater here, and another theater. Recovery, meeting, all those ones are good. So these ones are the new walls. The green is the new walls. That
Yeah.
will-
No, this is the existing one.
Ah, it's the walls.
These orange ones.
New walls that will be this thing.
Okay, this one's the new ones.
Yes.
These ones.
Yes. All these reds are going to be demolished. That's the top floor. Yeah.
I think the project for how 1 year?
Less than a year.
9
Yes,
months.
it's 9
But we
Nine
say,
months.
let's say 1 year.
By April.
By April, we should get it.
Yeah.
This one is right.
physiotherapy.
Okay, physiotherapy.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Briefly, that's the new facilities.
The new facilities that's here.
Yeah.
Is the kitchen and store.
Yeah. This is
And the
going to be
maintenance.
this is going to be the maintenance facility.
Okay.
Kitchen store, kitchen, laundry, and
Yeah,
this
the plan
thing.
is here.
Yeah.
You have the main store.
Main store, you have the laundry, you have the kitchen, you have the outdoor cooking.
Kitchen too.
You have the kitchen, one kit, and the store. So that's for the kitchen, and then we also have the this is generator house. We're going to have 2 generators now. There will be 2 generators. Understand? Each will be about 150 kVA. Yeah.
We are
And then-
using the old one.
Yes. Yeah. And then we also have solar here. Yes. The solar backup as well. So when you report back to the minister. I think we have 1 generator now and it's not charging us. And now we're going to have 2 generators. You know, that will be complementing each other. This one is there. This is the maintenance.
Yeah, we have 2 maintenance, shade and generator. That's the first one.
Yes.
Then we
This
have
one
the
is
kitchen and store. This one also is maintenance.
Yeah,
Yes.
this is the maintenance.
Yes, it has maintenance and this one has offices.
Yes, the maintenance also have their own new facility. And then we also will have a new water articulation system.
Okay.
That will be complete new plumbing, new electrical, new water articulation system.
This is the main
Yeah,
doctor's
this is one it says.
Okay, this one.
Yes.
This is indeed a turning point for us.
Yes.
And then this is the 1 bedroom apartment.
Yeah, we also have accommodations. We have built 2-story buildings.
Okay.
Each will have its own apartment. So but you'll see there when we get there. That's also for accommodation.
Accommodation.
So the staff that are occupying the upstairs of the building
Yes, yes.
are going to move there because we are going to utilize the top all for the works now.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
No, I'm trying to tell you that we're having a site meeting.
Today we have a site meeting.
Okay. Today is, what's the date? 12. What's your time?
Let me check. It's 12 now.
12 what?
12 p.m. Or we can put 11 something. It's fine. Anyone you give. It's fine. Thank you.
Thank you.
very much.
Thank you. I'm going to